We may have lost our emergency fund. Now, it's not very good, and that was kind of our last hope, so now we're really fucked. We're really fucked, mate.
Fern Capital Management.
Welcome back to Fern Capital Management, your favorite worst hedge fund to ever exist. We have a great show for you this afternoon. We have an interview with a reoccurring guest, and we have some pretty important topics to go over.
Buckle up, Teddy.
The topics we're going to touch in this episode are including the market overview, December's CPI report, Donald Trump pressuring Jerome Powell, and finally, our areas of interest, where I introduced Fern Capital Watch list. Before we continue, I'd like to ask you to please subscribe, share, like, comment, Fern Capital on Instagram, Fern Capital on TikTok. Please support us, and we'll support you. Starting off with our market overview, indexes are currently flat after a lukewarm CPI report. Materials, gold and silver, are back at all-time highs after Trump's DOJ announced an investigation into Jerome Powell, creating even more turmoil. And crypto and Bitcoin are slowly and steadily moving back up to 95,000 and 3.3K. Crypto is absolutely booming right now after its lows. Now moving into our CPI report. December's CPI report came out as 2.7% inflation. Honestly, it was pretty lukewarm, nothing really changed, and everything hit expectations, and there's nothing really more to talk about. He's been missing for 10 years. I mean, he was integral to the start of Fern Capital, and then one day he just, poof, disappeared out of nowhere. No one saw him after. He could have been here. I smell him. We gotta find him. It was just a dog. And moving on to our next topic that I'm really passionate about, Donald Trump's DOJ is investigating Jerome Powell's Fed offices, saying that they're just not using funds properly and starting a probe into Jerome Powell. Bullshit. It's putting pressure on Jerome Powell to lower rates because Donald Trump is just really obsessed with lowering rates. And guess what? We really don't need to be doing that shit. There should be a separation like church and state, okay? There's government and then there's the Fed. Trump just wants to inflate the stock market and create higher asset prices so he can just walk around saying that his stock market is high. But the regular consumer, the regular American, the blue collar guy is gonna get because of it. It's really just not okay. The Fed should be left alone. Put some respect on Jerome Powell's name. There are 3 separate times where Jerome Powell has actually saved the US economy, and all Donald Trump has done is just make tariff mayhem.
Once again, the so-called experts were 100% wrong and Trump was right.
And speaking of mayhem, let's look at some of the comments you guys have left underneath my post. Let's pull it up. Let me guess, you think you know economics. I'm sure you'll agree that closed borders and deportations strengthen our economy, lowering burden and reducing cost of living. But no, right? You're a communist who hates Republicans, hates deportation. It's such hypocrisy. Shame. I don't hate anybody, okay? That's absolutely ridiculous, and it's my show. I can say whatever opinion I want. I'm a centrist guy, I'm an economics guy. And you notice the little null up here? It's because as soon as I commented back on his shit, Motherfucker, come on, man. Production, have you seen the money? Welcome back, everybody, to another rendition of Red Fern Interviews. May I introduce the Brain? How's it going, Brain? It's great to see you again. It looks like you got a little bit of an update. We as well got an update. Look at our studio. You know, what's your thoughts on it?
You guys have made such a big mess, I don't even know where to start. This is a disaster.
Okay. That's a little opinionated, Brain. Do you have any other recommendations for us so far? I mean, we're working hard here.
If I were you, I'd start working about 80 hours a week, 90 hours a week. I'd be delivering pizzas and waiting tables.
That's a little unnecessary. I mean, we're just having a rough start to the quarter. The year just began, and you know, we're just going through a little rough patch. Sure, we lost a couple investors and everything, yeah, but our analysis has been good so far. We've been pretty spot on, don't you think?
Not sure where you went to school for your math class, but you failed.
Okay. All right, and now for my areas of interest. Areas of interest this week are going to be a little different. I'm announcing that we are adapting here at Red Fern Capital Management, and I've created a watch list. The current watch list is these names. All these names are the names that I've currently said on the show so far. We're going to start tracking these names by performance and how I think they're going to move over the next days to weeks to months. There's really no timeline on them. Next week, we'll be adding all the names of the watch list, so we have a grouping of stocks that we can watch and predict together as a team, because I love you and you love me, Mr. Rogers.
But you know, the toughest thing is to love somebody who has done something mean to you, especially when that somebody
has been yourself.
Especially you in my f***ing little comment section. Just immediately just delete your f***ing shit, just so I can't comment on it. Jeez, I f***ing draked your ass, motherfucker. F*** you, mate. R.I.P. Steve Irwin. On top of the watch list, I really want to take a second to talk about crypto. Since the beginning of this show, in the first episode, I've been just backing Bitcoin and Ethereum, and now that thesis is really starting to play out, okay? There's institutional money behind crypto now, and it's too big to fail, and a lot of people are saying crypto winter, that's bullshit. And sure, the bottom could fall out at these prices, okay? I believe the lowest was 84,000 on Bitcoin, and it's now at 95,000. Anything could happen, but a 10,000 move isn't something small, okay? And if the bottom was gonna fall out, you'd see selling pressure pick up. I'm just gonna kind of stroke my own ego and say I was right about crypto. And sometimes I'm gonna have to do that.
That's stupid. It's not sophisticated. It's stupid.
Brain, shut the f*** up. Who? Stewed eels and meat pie gravy on top of a little bean cottage cheese toast. Why don't ya? His name is Jerome Powell, and he looks like a fucking woodshop teacher.
Now, wood cutting has to be uniform, accurate.
I wanted a 2 by 4 inch.
We're on episode 5 now, 5 episodes in.
5 episodes deep, mate. Eel pudding and cottage cheese liverwurst.
How are we feeling about the show so far? Are you having fun?
I'm having a great time. I think we're making a huge amount of progress, and you know, it just keeps on getting weirder and weirder and weirder, and it's great. It really is great. It's fun doing this. Also, my new favorite thing is rage baiting comments. So I will probably continuously be reacting to really stupid comments. I was called a communist last night. I'm not a communist. Am I a little bit of a libtard? Yes, but I'm like a capitalistic libtard. Thank you guys for watching Red Fern Capital. We had a great show for you today. We had a guest interview. You know, we talked about CPI, we talked about Trump and my support for Jerome Powell. I announced we're creating the watch list. It was just great. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We really appreciate you and any support that you give us, and see you next week.
Red Fern Capital Management.